Hi, I'm Rebecca Brand, and this is the AquaSense Pro by Beatbot. This small robotic pool cleaner cleans the whole pool. Leaves, dirt, walls, sides, tiles, the whole kit and caboodle with its robotic and smart technology. This yard is one that has leaves almost every day that come off the trees. I love shade in my backyard, but those trees present a big problem for my pool. They're awfully beautiful, but with any kind of wind, even a light wind, those leaves will end up in the pool and the pool just looks messy. And it's just not one tree. There's trees all around. So I'll have leaves floating on the pool on one end of my pool and then on the other end. It's funny. It's like the current and the wind will make them into these piles. Now this is almost a daily basis that I have leaves sitting on the top of my beautiful pool. Beatbot AquaSense Pro has customizable programs so my leaf problem can be addressed separately. It's an app-driven robot pool cleaner. There's a whole lot of features of this app, but let me show you how I do the leaves right now. I'll get to the rest later. In the customizable window, that's where I find the leaf cleaning feature. So I press that, and what happens is, when your Beatbot is in the pool, it floats around the top, and it goes searching and seeking for all those leaves just to clean the surface of your pool. Now, this has never been seen before. This is unique with Beatbot's AquaSense Pro. Check that out. It is vacuuming just the surface of that water to go get those leaves. It is sucking them up and putting it in its debris filter inside of itself. That Beatbot AquaSense Pro will go to and fro the whole entire pool surface area, which is a lot. This is a large pool, to get all those leaves. Although the Beatbot AquaSense Pro has some weight to it, when it knows it's in leaf seeking and searching and getting mode, it is floating on the surface. It knows how to stay afloat for this particular task. It defies the laws of gravity. Because of the Beatbot AquaSense Pro's uniqueness with this one feature, maybe that means you really don't need your pool cover. Not saying that you do or don't, but with this feature, I think pool covers could become obsolete. Because wouldn't you want your view of your pool to always look like this? Sparkling blue, clean, reflecting that sky above. This is why many homes have pools, for the beautiful view of the pool. So you want your pool to look sparkling clean at all times. That's one of the reasons you invested in an in-ground swimming pool, for that crystal clear, cool look of the view of your clean pool. That leaf getting feature of the AquaSense Beatbot is phenomenal and unique. Well, now let's talk about the real dirt that gets into the bottom of the pool, one way or another. Well, here I have the ultimate test. I have about almost 2 cups of sand in this really big clear plastic cup. It is heavy sand. I wanted a really tough test, so I poured that sand into the pool. All of that sand is going into the pool. I'm aim shooting and firing that sand right there so you can see it land in the pool right on the bottom. It almost looked nuclear, the way the cloud of dust came up with that sand. Then it all settled down and we can see this big mess at the bottom of the pool. And just in case you missed how much sand went into that pool, here's another angle of that. This is the real deal. This is heavy dirt that I'm going to have my Beatbot AquaSense Pro clean. There are many ways you can use your Beatbot AquaSense Pro. I could just do all of this manually. They have the buttons on the top of it. Well, I'm going to turn the power button on. For any way you use it, you need to turn the power button on. So you got to hold that for a couple seconds to go on. I could have pressed the left button, and that's the floor, and that's a quick mode. Or the second button, which is standard mode, which means it goes to the floor one time and the walls and the waterline one time. Now the fourth button is a pro mode, and that's going to go to the floor one time, the walls and the waterline, plus the surface, the whole cleaning shebang. And the fifth is the echo mode. And by default, it's going to clean the floor every 2 days. And maybe that's all you need. You may not have leaves. So as much as you can use the robot buttons, the app has all that and more. On to the app I go in order to press the standard mode. Since I've already demonstrated how I got the leaves, this is for the floor, the walls, and the waterline. Within the app, there's lots of other things, and I want to mention that customizable mode is in there too, which can be perfect if you have a problem, somebody spilled something, like I've spilled the sand. If you just want to do one area, all of that is in the app to go through. There are lots of options, but let me just show the basics of cleaning the pool. and cleaning that big mess I made with the sand. After I'd pressed the power on of the Beatbot AquaSense Pro, it's time to put it in the water. So I did. Now you can see it. It's going to float around a little bit, and it knows it's supposed to clean the floor and the side, so it's going to sink down. And here we see it sinking down to the bottom. Then when it gets to the bottom, it's going to figure out where it's at. So you'll see it do some circles. It's getting its LiDAR navigation going so it can see the sides and the boundaries of the pool and calculate the size of the pool. And the first time you ever use it, that's exactly what it's going to do. So don't get frustrated. And every time it gets in the water, it's going to do that too. And it's going to take a couple minutes. And as it's figuring out the size of your pool, it's using inside of it an intelligent mapping process. And that's where the AquaSense Pro is mapping your pool's specific environment. Now that's including its shape, its size, even its edge types. And within itself, this smart pool vacuum calculates the most efficient cleaning paths to achieve maximum coverage in a very efficient way. It has up to 9.5 hours of surface cleaning battery life and also 5 hours of floor cleaning. With its 10400 megahertz battery, Beatbot's AquaSense Pro will make that map, and it will intelligently and efficiently go over the whole bottom of your pool, just like this. Now I put a couple cameras up because I wanted to show you how methodical it was as it's cleaning your pool. That means no matter where your mess is, it's going to find it and clean it. I thought it was quite fascinating the way the pattern was going. It had done a great job mapping this pool with its intelligent mapping process. And it decided the most efficient cleaning path was to go back and forth, as we're seeing here. And this is what it looks like underneath the water, going back and forth. It sticks to that pattern, and then it's going to continue and find that mess and clean that mess. And I want to show you some details of that. So I put a camera really close to it underneath the water so you can see how the front of it is pushing all that sand into itself while it's sucking it up from the inside, from underneath the body into a chute where the vacuum is sucking it up. So as it's vacuuming the bottom of your pool, every inch of that pool, it has a powerful performance. That is high suction power, and it's a brushless motor for a thorough wall cleaning and bottom cleaning and debris removal effect. That sand is heavy and it's picking it up. As it's cleaning, it's also filtering your water, and it filters it out, leaving clean water in its wake. And see, this is real-time camera of its running speed. That's about 0.18 meters per second. It's not slow. It really clips along. Now, this big mess of sand, I put it in the shallow end, but it can work with water depths up to about 10 feet. Now here we see it in the deep end of the pool. This pool is about 10 feet deep, and that's about 3 meters if you're using the meter system. It finds the bottom of the pool and keeps on chugging. Now let me show you it on the steps. It has to have at least a little over 1.5 feet of water. Well, the top step doesn't have that, so I put it down to the second step, and now we see it run because that's over about 1.5 feet of water, and that's about 0.5 meters it needs. And that makes sense. The thing needs to be submerged in order to do its vacuuming. I understand that. Along with that smart mapping navigation, it's equipped with a quad-core CPU. A quad-core processor is a chip with 4 independent units called cores that read and execute central processing units instructions. This is the brains inside the Beatbot AquaSense Pro. Because it has that advanced hardware, it's able to navigate all this pool and every inch of this pool for efficient cleaning. Beatbot spent a lot of time with their best engineers to use the latest of technology, the year is 2024, for this smart robotic pool cleaner. And after I cleaned that floor, I was running around at the sides of the pool to take a look in it. I was so happy to see the results of a clean pool floor. I had really made a mess with that sand, and in no time, the Beatbot AquaSense floor had cleaned the floor. Check this out. It was spotless. That made me very happy. And then the Beatbot knew it's time to do the walls and the tile because that's the way it's programmed with the program I selected. Then it was time to watch it clean those walls. I had a couple cameras on this because I wanted you to see it. It climbed steadily at that same pace, 1/2 foot a second. It's going up the walls, same as it did, lower. It's sucking up the walls, and the traction on the sides of the wheels of the Beatbot is able to climb those walls. And when it gets to the top, it's going to clean the tile. The treads are very thick rubber plastic. They are designed to be durable and to scrub. At the same time, water lines at pools often get so dirty, you really need this to be a regular activity. And it's so terrific to have a robot pool cleaner do this for you. And the Beatbot AquaSense Pro is the best. Check this out. Around and around they go at the waterline. And with regular use, you won't develop any water lines anymore. The way the sun evaporates your water typically is what left water lines, but not if you have the Beatbot AquaSense Pro cleaning that regularly. I thought it was just mesmerizing watching it go up the walls, which is really important because algae can start to grow on your pool walls. The scrubbers get that algae off the walls and all in one. It's filtered the water, gotten rid of the algae, gotten rid of the sand, the debris, the dirt, the leaves. This is an all-in-one cleaning solution for your swimming pool. And when it's done, it will go to the side of the pool and start floating. It knows to do that, and that's when you take it out. Well, I happen to have a jacuzzi at the top of this pool, and it's light enough for me to carry it up these stairs. There's maybe 10, 15 stairs to get to where the jacuzzi is, and I like to plop it in there to do its cleaning there too, and it will. Now that's an easy job for it to clean, but it's nice. It's versatile. It can go to my jacuzzi and clean that too. And then after I'm done cleaning my pool, I'll want to put it on the charger. Now I keep my charger outside. It's against a wall, out of the way, and it's really easy just to put it in the slot. It clicks right in and starts charging. The charging dock is 100 to 240 volts, 50 to 60 hertz. That's the input. It plugs into any normal household outlet. Now, going from 0 to fully charged, it'll take 3 to 3.5 hours to charge. Then it'll stop charging when it needs to, so it doesn't overcharge. What easy maintenance that it comes with an easy charging dock like this for that easy charging. And as you saw, it works wirelessly. And there's no danger if you're in the pool and your AquaSense Pro is in the pool too. There is no electric charge coming out of that. I kind of liked having my feet in the pool as I'm watching it work. Now, after you've used your Beatbot, you need to clean it because that filter is going to be dirty. You take it out from the front and look at all that. Gosh, it had all the leaves, had all the dirt, so I just dumped it off on the side of my yard. Just got all that stuff out of there. And there it was. That's the filter. You just rinse it out really good, just using a hose. It's so easy. Inside and outside, and clean it is. Then I take my hose and I clean out the inside of my Beatbot because some of the dirt was in there too. And that makes sure it's all ready to go for next time. And that just took me about 30 seconds to do all of that. When you order your Beatbot, it comes right to your door. It's in a big brown box, and on the outside of the box, it tells you it's your Beatbot AquaSense Pro. I opened up the box from top down and took it out in layers. Underneath the main machine was more things. There were boxes of accessories and the charging stand. I put the Beat box all wrapped up on my counter, still in its plastic. They packaged everything really good so nothing would get damaged or scratched during shipping. I took off all the plastic, and here it is. This is the front of the AquaSense Pro by Beatbot, and here is the side of it. Here's all the different angles of it and some close-up shots. Those two round circular parts on each side of it with the Beatbot name in the middle, those are the propellers. That's how it flies through your water. Beatbot makes the highest quality of pool cleaning. And here's a close-up. I took the black piece off so you could see the propellers that will be thrusting your Beatbot, giving it power to move through all that water to clean your pool. This is the special part that is attached to the motor to do that. Now here's a charging stand. It's wrapped in plastic too. I took off the first outer layer of plastic, and it even had extra layers of plastic so it wouldn't get scratched. High quality of packaging. And here's the bottom of the charging stand with the electrical cord attached to it. And there's a couple more boxes. The top box is a charge dock stand, which includes the legs for the base. And below that is a hook. Here's the hook in plastic, then it's taken out. This will attach to your pool cleaner. You can take off your leaf skimmer and put this hook in it. The hook's handy to retrieve your Beatbot AquaSense Pro. And here are the legs for your charging stand. I took the plastic off. There they are. Here's underneath the legs. And those legs just slid onto the base to cradle the base at a certain angle for easy insertion of your AquaSense Pro. Underneath your base is your serial number of your Beatbot AquaSense Pro and other information right by the electrical inlet. And at the top of the box came this really pretty blue envelope. And in that pretty envelope was my quick user guide and my user manual. I opened it up so you could see how well the directions were laid out, easy to understand in English, with scan codes to find out more information, and in very clear images. It tells you what the buttons are that are on top of your Beatbot AquaSense Pro, and lots of great information. Now here is the user manual for the AquaSense Pro. I opened it up, and that was very well illustrated and had all the specs and information. Good to know. And of course, a very thorough chart of what came with your Beatbot AquaSense Pro. These are all the parts of it clearly identified. And something unique about the Beatbot AquaSense Pro is the clarifying agent kit. It has instructions, and there are the clarifying agents, individually wrapped. Here's a close-up of the back of it with the instructions, another side of it, and these are the instructions to install it. Pull out that plug, and you see that tin foil thing in there, that little circle. Here's a compartment where the clarifying agent kits go. As you insert the clarifying agent, it's going to pierce the bottom and into the back of the machine it goes, and that's going to clear your water as it's passing through all the water and make it clean and crystal clear. As the water cycles through your Beatbot AquaSense Pro, it clarifies your water through those cycles. I wanted to show you a close-up of the scrubbing rubber. These threads are what clean your tiles, clean the algae off the walls of your pool. They are durable, they're at different angles, and that does the scrubbing for you. Now, after I took out the filter, I wanted to show you what that motor looks like. That's what powers your AquaSense Pro by Beatbot. Here's a close-up of that motor. I got the camera right in there. And here's the filter outside of the Beatbot. You can see the details. They have a fine sieve filter and an inside filter with a great handle, so it's easy to work with and easy to clean. I flipped over the AquaSense Pro. I wanted to show you the charging contacts. Those contacts are those squares we see right there. And we also see those rubber scrubbers. Here's more close-ups so you can see what's going on underneath your AquaSense Pro. The AquaSense Pro is equipped with ultrasonic artificial intelligence to do a good job of cleaning with the brain inside of it. Here's the Beatbot put into its charging stand. That's what it will look like next to your pool. It's a clean look. It fits snugly. Now here's the front of it when it's in that stand. And here's the back of it in the stand. You can see the charging plug. And just in case you want the QR code, they have put it in many different places on your AquaSense Pro Beatbot. You can always find that QR code that takes you right to the website and right to more information. I am so happy with this Beatbot AquaSense Pro wireless pool cleaner. Going from a very dirty pool with leaves all over and a really tough test with heavy sand, I watched my Beatbot AquaSense Pro clean up my whole pool. From the leaves to the very, very dirty floor, the walls, and the water line too, using its water clarification function to filter all the water in its path. What a beautiful pool now to enjoy. Click the link below to get your AquaSense Pro by Beatbot. This is the year 2024, and what a dynamic pool cleaner. It's top-of-the-line technology. I'm Rebecca Brand. I hope you like this video. I hope you subscribe to my channel and ring the bell to get notified of my next video. And let's keep making great recipes in life, like a recipe for a really clean pool with that AquaSense Pro by Beatbot. It's time for the pool party to begin. Call the kids. If you like this video, here's some more over there on other types of fun things for your pool, like lights and thermometers. Just click over there.